It's Tuesday, May 12th, and today we're actually talking about a school bus or a bus, but I made it into a school bus because you're used to a bus. And it's talking about 132 people were on a bus, and 85 people got off. How many people are still on the bus? We're going to go right into our retelling. So right now is the time that if you need to pause and reread the question, this is the time. And if not, we're going to hop right into it. Make sure that you are thinking about what the problem is telling you. It does not need to be word for word. Pause the video at the correct time so you can retell. And then unpause it so we can continue. I'm pausing right now and get going. I hope you did a great job. We're going to hop right into thinking about what the problem says. So today is sheet number 31. I have mine right here too. I only have the first packet for this round and I don't have the second one, so we'll see how long it takes to get mine. And make sure you are circling, underlining, and boxing as well as we're doing right now on the screen, and I'm going to do it too, so I'm going to be waiting for you to do it as well. So let's keep going. Read the problem. I will read it first, then you will pause and reread it. 32 people were on the bus. 85 people got off. How many people were still on the bus? You're going to pause, reread. I'm going to pause as well. All right, now we're going to go into our cubes. So we're going to circle. So I'm going to go grab a green pen because I have one. And go think of what we already know. What information does the story give you? These are the key numbers and the units. So think about that. So right now, right in the beginning, I already see a number, 132 people. So I'm thinking that is something that we have to circle. So I circle that right away. Make sure you're keeping your work really neat, because if you start getting really messy with this, then you can't read the problem, and that's going to affect your work. Next thing I'm looking at is 85 people right there. I'm seeing the unit and the number. And I'm looking and I don't see any more. So we're going to hop into our next part of underlining the question. How many people are still on the bus? It looks like is the question. It has a question mark at the end. So I'm underlining how many people are still on the bus. Then our trickiest part of this is always the boxing the math action word. You have to really pick out the words that help you understand what's going on in the problem. So you have to think about the fact that people were on the bus in the beginning. So I'm actually going to box that. And you also need to think about the fact that some people got off. So I boxed that as well. So right now with this problem, we actually have a lot of things boxed, a lot of things circled, and a lot of things underlined. But it's to help you. So we're going to keep going. Now you need to think about, are there more or less than 132 people left on the bus? Do you think there's more than 132 people left on the bus, or less than 132 people still on the bus? So right now you need to pause and tell me, I think there's more, or I think there's less than 132 people, because. Great explaining. We're going to go over it one more time before I send you off to do your work. We already know that there are 132 people, and then 85 people. Then we talk about, we need to find how many people are still on the bus. We know that the 132 people were on the bus. 85 people got off the bus. So now you need to think about, how are you going to show me that? You have a bus, and there's 132 people here. And then 85 people walked off. What are you doing with those two numbers? That's what you're showing me here. So make sure on your CGI paper, it is 31. You have the correct question. And you are filling out this entire side of this page before you do anything else. So as soon as I hit that pause button, you need to do this whole page. That means name, college, date. You need to make sure that this is all done with your circle of boxing and underlining. Then you need a first way. And if you can do a vertical way, do a vertical way. Then you need to fill out your number sentence, which means your plus or your minus and equals. And your word sentence, which is technically answering how many people are still on the bus. Then you need to answer blank, many people are still on the bus. Then, when you are done with that, you can slide over with me and watch mine. While you're watching mine, if there's something you like, then you can put it in your third way. And then you need to pick either one of these ways to tell me how are you going to explain this to a teacher. You were doing it in second grade, you will still be doing this in third grade, and you will be doing it in fourth and in fifth grade. You need to be able to explain your thought process, which means if you started off with circles, big circles, why did you do that? If you started off with 132 people, how did you do that? Where'd you get that from? So I will see you in a little bit with mine. Make sure you solve everything on that page first and then watch mine. All right, I'll see you in a little bit.
In this problem, we have 132 people on the bus, and then 85 people get off the bus, and they want to know how many people are left on the bus. So right now, you are going from 132, and they're getting off the bus, which means we are taking them away. So our first method is a drawing way. Going to start off with my hundreds, tens, and ones chart. And I'm actually going to write my numbers in here, 132. And I'm going to take away 85. Make sure your 8 is going in the tens place, and your 5 is going in the ones place. I'm going to put a subtraction sign right there. And what I do is I draw the top number, but I do not draw the bottom number because we're taking that away. I'm going to draw circles here, sticks here, and a big box here to show hundreds, tens, and ones. So I need to cross off 5, but I only have 2 here. I'm going to go next door, grab one of these, unbundle it, so that now we have not 2, but 12 here, because you're taking one of these sticks and that has 10 ones. So we're going to bring that over and cut it apart. Now I can actually cross off 5. I know that this row for me is 5 because I always draw in rows of 5. So I'm going to cross the whole thing off and then count 5, 6, 7. So in this slot I have 7 right now. Then I'm going to move on to the tens place. I need to cross off 8, but right now I had 3, I gave 1 here, so right now I only have 2. So then I'm going to cross this off again. Going from here, you take 1, you give 10. This was 100, but if you break it up into tens, you actually go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So that's 10 sticks in the box. Now I can actually cross off 8. So I'm going to do 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I have 4 left right here. And there's nothing left here, so that's a 0. So right now we should have 47 people left on the bus. And we're going to check with our second method. In our second one, I'm just going to show you the regular vertical way. So the first one, you set it up like this. You can also put your lines to make sure that it is all neatly organized. Then you do 2 minus 5, which you cannot do, so you go next door. This becomes a 2, you give that 1 here. So then now you have 12 on top and 5 on the bottom. 12 minus 5 is 7. You have 2 here and an 8 on the bottom, so it's not going to work. So we're going to have to cross that out, turn that into a 0, move that 1 right in front. So now we have a 12 minus 8, which is 4. That was just your regular vertical way. Now this last way we haven't done in a while, and that's okay. And we're just going to add up. So when we're doing this, I'm going to switch this into an addition problem. We're gonna go to 85 plus blank equals 132. Because in a subtraction problem, this is your whole and these are your parts. But in an addition problem, this is your whole and these are your parts. So I'm going to actually take this and we are going to add up. So we're going from 85, I'm trying to get to 132. So first thing I want to do is get this to a nice even number, and I'm thinking we should get to 90. I'm going to add 5 more to get to 90. Then my 90 goes up here, and I'm going to add, okay, so I'm at 90, I'm trying to get to at least 100. So let's add 10 more to get to 100. So right now I'm at 100. And now I want to get to 130. I can do that. I can add 30. So now I'm at 130. Oh, and then we have a 2 in the ones place, so I'm going to add 2 more. And now we need to add everything in the middle in order to get our answer. So I'm going to do these 2 first and then add these 2 after that. So 30 and 10 is 40. And then 5, 6, 7. So right now I have a 47. Awesome job.
Alright, now that you're done with that, these are my number sentences. I don't have many because I think I honestly just used 132 minus 85. I did use the 85 plus blank equals 132, but I think this was the number sentence that we needed to think about of, hey, you had 132 people, you took away 85 people, and how did you get your answer? Now my word sentence was, there are still 47 people left on the bus. Great job today, and I will see you tomorrow.